podcast. My name is R.D. Jones, and I'm the Executive Director of Clearly College Park, the Business and Industrial Development Authority for the City of College Park. And I'd like to welcome to the show today Mr. Emanuel Rainey from the City of College Park.
Thank you, Artie. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we begin, I'd like to know from our viewers, why is the number 11.1 significant to the City of College Park? If you don't know, please stay tuned, and at the end of the show, I'll let you know. Emanuel.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've known you now for just over 5.5 years since I came up to the City of College Park in 2013, and you serve as the Director of the Parks and Cultural Arts Program for the City of College Park. What I'd like to know from you, and what our viewers would like to know also, is now, what do you do exactly? What are your responsibilities for the City of College Park?
Well, I serve as the Director of Recreation and Cultural Arts for the city. Entails a lot of facilities, recreation programs, dance programs, gymnastics programs. Now my next purview is golf, which is beautiful. I'm now taking over the College Park Historical Municipal Golf Course.
Okay.
It's a 9-hole course we have here in the city. Also includes the different cultural arts aspects as well.
Okay.
We've now started a music series. We had a Jazz on the Lawn, looking at arts programs. It just includes a lot of different cultural arts leisure services, if you would. In a lot of cities, they call it leisure services. But it's the recreation and cultural arts of the city, the traditional sports, the basketball, the baseball, the football. We now bring in soccer into the picture.
Okay.
Your son is involved in the soccer as well. I appreciate that. Just different, just beautiful. Volleyball is kicking off. We have a beautiful volleyball program. Just a lot of different programming, dance programs. I can go on and on about those. So,
Right.
So karate, I can keep going. But that's what it entails.
I mean, you guys have it all going on. I mean,
Yes.
College Park, I've worked with many cities over
sir.
the last 20 years, but College Park has the most robust recreation program that I have ever seen. And like I said, my family, my girls have been in dance.
Yes.
My son has been in Little League football, tag
Yes.
football. He's been, touch football. He's been in tackle football.
Yes.
Now he's in soccer.
Yes.
They just took swimming lessons this past summer. So, I mean, you have a fantastic program, and it's something that really helps me to sell the City of College Park when it comes to quality of life. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So
Thank
tell
you.
me about your upbringing. Where are you from? Are you from the Atlanta area?
I'm from College Park.
College Park.
College Park.
Man, you don't find many people. A lot of people claim to be from College Park.
From
but
College Park.
From College Park. Now tell me about your upbringing, your family.
A little different. Born in College Park. Old saying, College Park born, College Park bred. When I die, I'll be College Park dead. So different. And I'm from old school College Park. I'm from the part where I actually born on Princeton.
Wow.
Right across from the golf course.
Oh man, where your home is, that's where the Airport City project is.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Right. So it's very dear and true to me.
Okay.
This area, this city. Growing up here, I had uncles that worked on the golf course but couldn't play on it. When I came up, we went to Brady Gym. A lot of people don't understand Brady Gym was considered the colored gym. The blueprint says College Park Colored Rec Center.
Wow.
Just different. So I grew up in College Park. Two different stages, though. Born in College Park, we moved when I was an early age down to Noonan, Georgia, Coweta County. So I have two crazy dynamics of growing up. Born in College Park, my father came up in College Park, went to South Fulton High School. My father went to Morehouse, mother went to Morris Brown. They moved down to Noonan, got divorced. Mother stayed in Noonan. When I became an adolescent, I moved back to College Park.
Okay.
But every weekend, every summer was spent in College Park still.
All right.
So very different. I don't know too many people that were raised like me.
Right.
And what I mean by that is I don't know too many people under the age of 50 who could say they slopped the hogs, fed the chickens, cut wood before they went to school in the morning.
Man, and that of course happened in Coweta.
That's Coweta County.
Okay,
that's Noonan.
All right.
Big N, that's Noonan. So you do those things, and it was different. But then I come back to College Park, and the deal was I could come to College Park as long as I went to school in Noonan. So even though I lived in College Park from the age of 11, 12 up to my teenage years, to 17, 18 years old, I was still going to school in Noonan.
Okay.
So I had two worlds that I was a part of. Beautiful. I love it. I appreciate it. It gave me a great deal of understanding diversity. So I really appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with your brother.
Yes, yes.
We served as coaches for the same time. I forgot
Okay.
about track.
Right.
My son was in all my family were in track also.
Okay.
But I forgot that, he was one of the very first. Your brother was one of the very first people I met when I got here, and we were like default track coaches.
I understand.
But we had a really good. Favor has a really good program,
Yes,
and
yes.
yeah, your family. You're really good people.
Right. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So tell me this: you're married with kids?
Yes. Wife, been married 23 years.
Okay.
Have a son who's about 22. Daughter who's 11 years old. Chloe, Emanuel Jr., Chloe, my wife, Chris. Proud of them. Proud of everybody.
Yeah.
Son has done very well for himself. He's he's in college, pursuing to be a podiatrist.
Okay.
My daughter, he was a very good basketball player. Went to a school upstate New York, Bard College. They called them Little Ivies, little school. He went to Tri-Cities High School.
Okay.
My daughter goes to Main Street Academy.
Okay.
She's a very good volleyball player. She's just as good as he was in basketball. So there's some athleticism going on. I guess he got it from the mama. So
I heard you play a little basketball.
Played a little bit. I don't brag about it. I played. I can hold my own. So
all right.
Yeah, I played a lot in high school. Got hurt my years in high school. I ran track and played basketball. The 400, the 200, high jump. Those were me. High jump. That was me, believe it or not. I could dunk.
Jump.
I could dunk in the 7th grade. A lot of people don't believe that.
Come on now.
Talk to the fellas. They'll tell you. So.
Hey, you got to show me some tape. You got to show me some tape.
Different
in
era.
the 7th grade, you
dunked.
7th
grade, I could dunk. 7th grade, I could dunk.
Man.
Just different. I have the picture from when I played basketball in my office. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but all those guys on there, we were all good athletes. It's just a beautiful thing to come back and work in College Park.
You using Photoshop, man. That wasn't you.
It was me. It was me.
Messing with you. So tell me about this interesting fact when you graduated from Noonan High School.
Mm-hmm. Noonan High was one of at that time, was still doing segregation valedictorians and salutatorians. So you had a white valedictorian, a black valedictorian, white salutatorian, black salutatorian. Because our GPAs were so high that year, the blacks, we were supposed to be in the first year, it was going to be all, integrated. So because ours were higher than everyone else's, we became, I was a salutatorian. I was salutatorian overall, but they still made it the salutatorian, the black salutatorian, white valedictorian. So I was the salutatorian of the class of 88.
Man, so you smart, huh?
Nah, just, I could talk my way through some grades in school. I could hold my own, though.
Yeah. You be sandbagging, man. You got more sense than you let people think.
Yes, I do. That is true.
All right. Okay, so tell me, college. I understand you were in the military also?
I was. I did mine a little backwards. Ran track, had a track scholarship to Georgia Tech, and got hurt. Tore my ACL. They still were going to honor the scholarship, said that I had to run a certain time throughout the year. I didn't understand the process, did not want to go to Morehouse when my dad went. So I became a rebel and joined the Navy. Joined the Navy, became a hospital corpsman, which is a medic in most people's terms. They understand that more as a medic.
Right.
Worked in the medical field. So I worked similar to an EMT, registered nurse, did those things.
Okay.
Sold people up, that kind of stuff. Very different. Served doing Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Served on an aircraft carrier. Very different. Met a lot of my good friends in the Navy. Did a lot of traveling, Turkey, Mediterranean, Egypt. Did that, but came back, went to college, went on to post-grad school, University of Iowa. Hawkeyes, go Hawks.
Okay.
So got up there, different environment, freezing cold.
A lot different. Cold and a different demographic.
Different. 1% other.
Wow.
Population-wise. I loved it, though. I go back from time to time. I haven't been back in about 5 years. Had a good time. Great friends. Great relationships up there.
Okay.
So,
well, great, great. Well, so you went to the military, graduated from college. You went to Georgia State also. So tell me, as far as your professional career, where did you start off outside of the military?
Outside of the military, very different. When I came home, my family does a lot of landscaping. So while I was at Georgia State, I cut grass. And did very well. If I'd have known what I know now, I'd have stayed cutting grass. Just in the amount of money I was making, I really didn't realize it.
Right.
So cut grass for a good little minute. Went to college during the college years. When I got back from Iowa, I did a little stint with the CDC, worked with a company called Gould National Battery, did environmental testing. My major was microbiology, so kind of different.
And you talking about you ain't smart, man.
Well, again, my upbringing was very different.
Right.
My dad was a cub master, so he liked being outside with bugs and microscopes and crickets and saltwater aquariums. So those things were always in me. And when I got to school, that was just it was natural. It was second nature to deal with those types of issues, dealing with animals, bugs, all that kind of stuff. Understand phylums and kingdoms.
Right.
So got out, did environmental testing, met my wife. We know how that goes. When you meet your girlfriend at the time, things change.
Right.
Couldn't travel like I wanted to anymore.
Cut that out.
Cut it out. Get married with a child, you cut it out. I got into sales, did security system sales for a while. I was very successful in sales. I felt like I could talk with the best of them.
Right.
Got out of sales and got into what we call fire extinguisher service and vent hoods.
Right.
Started my own company doing vent hoods. Did very well with that. And during this time, I was always coaching. Loved youth sports. Child was an infant. I was coaching youth basketball, youth track, coached track at Creekside High School.
Had them right there with you, huh?
Had them right there with me. And I have two younger brothers as well. So we all, did very well as far as rearing them. My brother and I did a good job of rearing them in sports. I coached with my brother. My brother's probably one of the most pivotal man figures in my life as an adult.
Right.
My father was deceased at 21. So as a man, he was the role model I looked up to.
Right.
So we coached. That's what he did. He was a coach. So we coached. So you coach with him. His intensity is a different level. He's a former Marine. So that was instilled.
Oh, he's a Marine.
Yeah,
I knew something about him, but
a different breed. Just
right.
a different breed,
All
you
right.
know. So we coached, we mentored, and that's the beauty again of this job. You see lives change. You see the young folks come in when they're 5 and 6. And you see them matriculate all the way up to teenagers and young men. And as crazy as it may seem, a lot of the young people who work, a lot of my staff, I've coached. A lot of my staff, I've seen them play. So that's the beauty of it. You see these people and they're working for you now and working with you. And you can always, so I continue to see myself as a coach. So.
Right. So you end up coming with the city, working at Brady Recreation Center first.
Went home, yes, sir.
Went home.
Yes, sir. Went home. Opportunity, my old coach, Charles Dodell. I was coaching 6, 7-year-olds. He said, "Hey, we got a position opening up. You might want to consider the job." I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing all right, doing what I do. He said, "Just consider it." So I looked at the application, filled it out. Got interviewed at the time by Eric Stipe, who was our recreation director. Liked me. I went to work, and Brady. Again, it was a dream come true to go work at Brady. I knew Mr. Brady. I knew Miss Brady. Miss Brady, who died maybe about 3-4 years ago. I knew the family. I know the family. And it was very, very, surreal to be there.
Full circle.
Full circle, to come to a building that you grew up playing ball in, that I played AAU ball in. And, beautiful, just a beautiful feel. Got there and had passion on doing the job. My true passion was creating an environment for when you came into Brady, you knew you were walking in somewhere special, into a special place. And to me, that was Brady. It's still special. We're doing a lot of work over there now. It's still special to me.
Right. So tell me this. You were at Brady. You make your way over to the Tracy White Recreation Center when it opens its doors,
Yes,
which
sir.
is an immaculate facility.
Beautiful facility.
Beautiful facility.
Yes, sir.
And then finally, a year and a half, 2 years ago, you interview for the position of director of at the time it was the recreation program.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me this: did you ever see yourself, because I think you did everything in the world from cleaning hoods
Right.
and kitchens to being in the Navy to landscaping.
Right.
Did you ever think that you would stay in recreation as long as you are? Did you feel like when you got the job at the Brady Recreation Center that it was your calling to be there this long?
Yes, I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
When you graduate at a commencement speech, you seldom remember half the stuff that's said.
Yes.
At one of my commencements, I remember the statement being said, love like you've never been hurt and work like you don't need a check. And when I got to Brady,
Some profound words there.
I worked, and it didn't matter about the check. And that was such a beautiful feeling. Every other job I had, it was about $1. It was about, this is my invoice. When are you going to pay me? I need my paycheck. Now, don't get it twisted. I still need a check. I still need a check.
Right.
But the difference is going to Brady was very different. It was passion. And I found my passion. The passion was working with youth, setting up programs, building something, making something better than what it was. And I feel like everything that had happened to me before that prepared me more for Brady.
Right.
Most people, when they come to recreation, they look at it as, I work at the gym. I never looked at it like that. I always looked at it as a profession. So when I got there, the first thing I did was started, educating myself on the recreation field. I got involved with GRPA, which is Georgia Recreation Parks Association. Got involved, became head of the minority section. Got involved in the inner workings of the culture of recreation, understanding the dynamics, the educational side of it. And got educated, got certified as a professional in recreation. And it became a different side of a passion. So when I came in, I wasn't trying to play sports. I'm not trying to play in the men's leagues. I coached. I still coached. I don't coach anymore. But you have a passion, and you have a passion to make sure things are done in a certain process and a passion in which it's done.
Right. I can see in your work that you want to make sure, especially with the youth, that they have a positive experience while they're there.
Yes.
Is that because of your upbringing and how, your brother watched out for you and those, other coaches that, were kind of your mentors?
Right.
Do you think that's where it comes from, or?
A little bit of both. Again, coming up, my dad was the Cub Master at Brady. So I've always been around other youth, always playing and participating with them. And if you remember, everybody can remember a time when growing up when you saw somebody's life change before you,
right.
Whether it was they got in trouble, they were a good athlete, they got in trouble, something happened, and everything just went downhill from there. But in this case, I think what prepared me more than anything else was understanding the impacting in the lives of how I'm dealing with people. There are numerous people that I've seen come through my program that are in the pros now, people that I've coached that are professional athletes, but those numbers are few and far between. What I love to see are the ones who have good jobs, taking care of their families,
right,
that are, just productive citizens. That's what you want to see, and that's the beauty of it. You have a wide variety. Now, you have the ones that are in trouble, and even the ones that have gotten in trouble, when I see them, they remember me as, that's my coach, or that's Mr. Emanuel. Those, hey, Coach E, how you doing? I can talk to anyone. Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's the guy, the knucklehead young man who got in trouble, or that person who's now in medical school and doing well for themselves. I still can have a relationship with them.
Okay. So tell me this, moving forward, the recreation program and cultural arts, where are you looking at moving forward to? You told me about the golf course, and, we're looking forward to that, that redevelopment, hopefully, with the,
yes.
the Airport City Master Plan and turning that 9-hole to a reversible 9 where you can play 18 holes.
Correct.
Tell me about the program moving forward. I see that you're really doing some things outside of the box, some things that I've never seen since I've been associated with the recreation program here.
Cultural arts wise, I would love to see College Park turn into a place where people just come in and say, wow. I love wow factors. I want you to come down Main Street and just see a guy playing the steel drums, see a lady playing the violin. You might have a live band popped up playing.
Wow.
Somebody just, a piano on the street, and somebody just walking up playing it. Murals, making sure the murals are indicative of our community, our diversity, our culture, of what we offer in College Park. We have a very unique culture. We have one of the largest private schools in Woodward. We have another school in College Park Elementary. Right. We have Main Street Academy. We have Heritage Elementary. We have schools that are indicative of diversity. We have schools that can help each other create a look of what the world should look like. So I'm excited. I'm excited about our golf course. I'm excited because I know, when I say I know, my standards are very, very high. So the process and means, and that's where the science field, I think, in me comes out, because the devil is in the details, the attention to the details. Those details of how to create an environment when people fly into the city and the first thing they want to do is go play a quick round of golf. I want them to know that 5 minutes away is a golf course. Most people don't know that. When they're in their conventions at the Georgia National Convention Center, or when they come in and you see the Skyhawks play, the pros may want to come and play a quick 9-hole or a reversible 18 and play a quick round of golf. Those are the ideas that I think can come and can really change the dynamics of where we work, live, and of course, play.
Wow. You provided me with a visual when you said somebody playing a violin on Main Street.
Yes,
that would
sir.
just be something that would just stop everything.
That's
You're
right.
just like, wow.
Wow.
That's not something that
That's right.
you hear every day.
That's right.
Man.
And I say that because everybody won't think like that. Most people don't think like that.
That's the wow factor.
That's a wow factor.
Right.
Right.
So tell me about the Old National Merchants Association. How did you end up, because you are the chairman now, correct?
I'm the president, yes.
You're the president
Yes.
of the Old National Merchants Association.
Yes.
How did that come about?
While at Tracy Wise on Godby Road, one of the things that I wanted to really, really enforce was community involvement. The staff there, we were all part of the local PTSAs. I was part of the Tri-Cities Bulldog Foundation. I'm still the president of it. And to create change in a community that was downtrodden when I got there, that center really has been a catalyst for the revitalization of Godby Road. Mm-hmm. Initially as Godby Road Rec Center, we had the police station has been added, the fire station has been added. I saw Chief Elmore on the podcast
right.
A couple of weeks ago, if not last week, I think. There are a lot of change that could be instituted on Old National. For people who are not from here, Old National was a jewel with nice restaurants. That's where we hung out at on Fridays. We hung out at Blimpie. If you're from here, you went to Blimpie. You went to Crystal, you went to Blimpies. If you're from Old National, you went to Fat Tuesdays as you got older. It's just kind of different around here now. So to revitalize and help revitalize, the thing about it is a lot of people talk. So my thing is to be part of the action to create the change. So I got on as a board member.
Okay.
And last year I was voted in as president. We're doing some marvelous things. We have a 5K coming up in September that you always participate in. Clearly
right.
College Park always does.
I was just practicing this past weekend. Man.
I appreciate it. I'm going to be practicing talking trash out there. I'm going to be live with the DJ. So,
right.
So we have a great opportunity on National Merchants. Is really coming along. I have a new invigorated board. I have board members from major stakeholders in the community, Walmart, Kroger, just local business owners from alteration shop to fitness gurus. So we have a lot of things to really be proud of. Stakeholders in churches, World Changers, they're one of the stakeholders.
Right.
Old National, they're part of it. So we have to make sure these items these businesses are involved to create change on that corridor.
Right. So tell me, what is your vision, being the president of the Old National Merchants Association, what is your vision for Old National Highway?
Yes, sir. Initial vision is building the relationships, growing the relationships of Old National. A lot of part of Old National is one thing, to clean it up. Mm-hmm. To clean up Old National is like cleaning up around the house. If you go into any subdivision, and I tell people this all the time, you go into a subdivision or you go into a parking lot and trash is all over the parking lot. You're going to take your trash, you eat your wings and throw the wing outside, throw the trash outside as well.
Right.
But if we educate the business owners on Old National and the corridor and the homeowners and create an environment to where we want our community, first of all, just clean, immaculate. Other people will respect it. We got to respect our own before we even want other people to respect it. Mm-hmm. The second thing is to continue to build relationships with the two cities. One of the mottos we use for Old National merchants is two cities strong. City of College Park, City of South Fulton. Building those relationships with code enforcement, Department of Inspections, right, to make sure every business is being held to their standards. Making sure we're not, if you don't supposed to have lights on your building that look like Las Vegas, you can't do it. Right. So we need to make sure those people are doing their jobs. If there's crime, we need to make sure the police are doing proper responding. So those are some of the things we're doing on Old National as far as with the Merchants Association. We are a non-political unit. A lot of people come in and say, hey, vote for me, we like you, whatever. We just want to keep people and keep them to a standard because Old National has to first create its own standard. And if we don't have a standard, we can't allow other people just give us a standard, right, creating that standard. So that's the vision I see. And we're working in that. We're getting there. And everybody's loving it. Everybody's excited. I went to both. I think I told you earlier, I went to both National Nights Out, College Park, City of South Fulton. It was a beautiful thing to see. Cities are coming together, and cities are really working to strive to build and be stronger.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service there.
Yes, sir.
It helps me a great deal in economic development to have a strong merchant association, especially on Old National.
Yes.
And your vision and my vision, I think, are intermingled, in which we have the same vision.
Yes.
We are looking at some huge redevelopment opportunities on Old National Highway. Mm-hmm. I've already did a redevelopment plan in that area, and I'd like to, in the near future, get the second tax allocation district set up, which that tax allocation district is a vehicle for the city to get money for the much needed infrastructure that will support the private investment.
Okay.
And we're looking at, a huge mixed-use development there also. So, right, continue doing what you're doing. I'll continue to support you, and, just let me know if there's anything that you need. Yes. On another note, and in closing, if someone was interested in getting involved with the recreation and cultural arts program, how would they do that?
Contact me, Emanuel Rainey, erainey at collegeparkga.com. I welcome any and everybody. We have a cultural arts council. That's something I did not mention. I definitely want to shout out to my council and Ms. Paulette Payne, who are really bringing some exciting ideas. I've charged that council with thinking outside of the box. We need more diversity. We need as much diversity as we can get. We don't want to be the ones who are continuously doing the same programming over and over and over. That's the problem with a lot of cultural arts, a lot of programming within cities, not College Park, but just cities in general. It's easy to just do cookie cutter events every year. It's easy to do just a Christmas parade, Easter egg hunt,
right,
Black History program. You got to mix this up.
Right.
You have to get community excited, involved. Our youth, they have to be involved. We're getting to that older generation. We are turning into the older generation. I know you're in the same age bracket. So we're turning into that older generation to where our kids see things differently. Mm-hmm. So we have to involve them and create a movement to where we're constantly excited. Keep excitement going. So I definitely welcome any and all to come out and help grow. Ideas, I welcome them. A lot of people shun away from anything outside of extra. I welcome it. I seek it out, and I don't want people agreeing with me.
Right.
It doesn't work for me. If it's not a challenge, it's boring. I like the challenge. I love it.
Right. And my understanding is you guys are also you're on social media. I think you're on Instagram and
Instagram.
also are you on Facebook also?
I'm not even on Facebook, but yes, our department is on
Okay.
Facebook.
All right. But yeah, I mean sometimes I'll see, little snippets to come up and it's like, oh, this happened or that happened.
Yes.
And that's a good place to also find out what's going on also within it.
Yes. collegeparkrca.com. So we're there, collegeparkrecreationculturalaarts.com. So it's beautiful to see. I have a young team doing my website. So I could say gymnastics, that Michelle, that crew, Ray and Justin with basketball, Kirkland, Allison with volleyball, Lance, they're doing their thing. So I can't knock them.
Okay, cool. Well, do you have any closing remarks for our viewers today?
No, I just wish you all would continually I seek your prayers and making sure we continually keep rising to the standard.
Right.
Come visit the golf course. The golf course I'm looking for to create a huge difference. Look for it. Look for some exciting things coming from our golf course. A lot of people don't realize we have an event center there. So I'm looking for a lot of different uplifting events over there.
All right, cool. Thank you, Emanuel. Thanks for visiting with us today.
Thank you.
All right. And you've heard it from Emanuel Rainey, who serves as the Director of Recreation and Cultural Arts for the City of College Park. And going back, earlier I provided you with a number, 11.1. How is 11.1 significant to the City of College Park? 11.1 is the amount of square miles of the City of College Park. College Park is 11.1 square miles. And $11.1 million is the amount of money that the hotels within the City of College Park have generated in tax revenue. In College Park, we have 35 hotels, and we came in number 4 in the state of Georgia for tax revenue. Atlanta was number 1, number 2 was Savannah, Georgia, number 3 was Cobb County, and number 4, College Park. My name is Artie Jones, and this is the Clearly College Park podcast. And remember, Clearly College Park is where you will land in plain sight.